Welcome in, everybody. Today we're going to do a 10-minute core pyramid workout, and then we're going to follow it up with a 10-minute lower body specific stretch. If you notice, I have the first countdown on, and we're going to take 10 dedicated minutes here in the beginning to focus on core pyramids, and I have a block out because I'm actually going to use a block in our core workout today, which is a little bit new. Welcoming everybody in that's live. We have 30 seconds before we start, and I'm going to kind of explain what we're going to do. So core pyramids, we are going to pyramid up in time, and we have 3 different moves, and we're going to be progressing a little bit through each move, and we're going to be going in 15 increments, 30-15, and then 45-15. So checking out that clock. Oh, hi, Stacy, Kristen, and Chrissy. Good to see you guys. Chrissy, what a surprise. So excited. Okay, so we're going to start with our first set right here. Come on down to the ground. You don't need your block for the first set. And we're going to do V-ins for 15 seconds. And I'm watching that clock, 5 seconds right here. And we're going to be adding on to this. So first 15 seconds, in and out. Here we go. So bring in with both heels and then kick out. Now what we're going to be adding on is what I'm calling a double V to a starfish. So practicing right here, the cool thing is that you can stay at this first option, break right here, and then choose to progress onward from here. So check it out. Next layer, you're going to come in, then you're going to reach overhead and kick out to starfish. So that is your next option, and we're going to go 30 seconds right here. Here we go. So you're going to extend out, starfish, so we kick arms and legs, and then come in. Now the goal is not to go super fast. The goal is to definitely focus on controlled speed. And then think about range of motion as well as you kick those arms and legs out. You have 10 more seconds. You're also in kind of that hover position as you kick out, which makes it challenging for sure. Good, 3, 2, 1, and break. Now the breaks stay the same, 15 seconds, but the time under tension is gonna increase. So we're gonna do another set, 45 seconds, 15-second break, and we're gonna move on to our next exercise. Are you ready? Here we go, 45 seconds, V up to starfish. So we come up. You can also add a third layer if you'd like, and you're gonna come all the way up. Pike those hips. I'm just gonna flip here. Keep it up, reach, extend. Don't worry, you will see this move come back at the end again. Squeeze through, good, and really try to pull with your core musculature versus, I'll bring you guys in a little closer for these, 15 more seconds, versus feeling like you're pulling through even your hip flexors. So keep your abs tight, although I will tell you, hip flexors and adductors do play a key role in ensuring that you're activating that core as well. All right, break right here. I'm gonna take us back up to a high view. Grab your block and just have it close. You're not gonna necessarily use it for this first set, and we are gonna start here in 5 seconds. High plank knee ins, and you're gonna do knee sweeps. Here we go, 15 seconds. So this is your option 1, where you're in a high plank position, and you are sweeping in side to side. Probably even better if I was closer to you. There we go. So sweeping across, break. Now check it out. If you want to use that block, you're going to come into your high position, push out, push in. And it's a little bit of, get ready to start. We got 30 seconds to practice. Go right here. It's coordination. I mentioned to you guys in yesterday's workout, so it's outside, inside, that these were going to be different movements, and that is exactly what you can expect today. And you're essentially moving that block. Keep going. I'm just going to keep eye on that clock. 10 more seconds. You can also have it up a little bit higher, and you can use any object. The block is just a really easy tool, but you're using your body to slide and glide that block. Break right here for 15 seconds. Take it all in. I know that's new and different, but it gives you also a very functional tool to be activating a lot of different muscles, and it gives you something to focus on, to connect with, to feel that as you push side to side. Okay, third set, 45 seconds, and I actually find that it's easier a little bit lower. And then granted, you can always stay with those knee sweeps, but it becomes a little bit more of a fun challenge maybe it's just me, to be dragging it. And remember, you're going outside, then inside. So outside, inside. Now this set specifically, and you have 15 more seconds, I know you're starting to really feel that. As you're moving in different angles, you're also feeling like the block is dictating some of the functional movement as well. I love this one. It's brand new. And take a quick break. We will be coming back to that one as well. All right, go ahead and come into a supine position. And for our third move, we're gonna build 15 seconds to start. We're gonna go into alternating single leg V-ups. We're gonna be adding on from here. Here we go. So this is your option one, to be lifting up single leg. A move we've done before. You're probably thinking, okay, doable. We know this one. Here's the add-on coming up. Okay, 15 seconds to break. I can keep you in this high view. Check it out. You're gonna do single leg bridge, single leg lift, and switch. You ready to practice? 3 seconds. So you alternate hip bridge to single leg lift. Let's go. Alternate your legs. Press up and lift up. Now the key is to keep this foot on the floor as you go into that crunch, really activating. And also, when you think about it, when I say core pyramids, we know by now that your core includes everything wrapped around and the control that you feel even in your glute bridge. Very nice job. So we press up and we crunch up. I love this one. I think I've been holding us a little extra long, but that's okay. A little extra practice time there. Give me a few more seconds, and then we're gonna do our 45-second set. Break right here. This one takes a little bit of time to get that rhythm, but now you're gonna have a full 45-second set to really, really feel this movement. Get ready, and then we have extra time on the clock to run these moves again. Are you ready? Begin, 45 seconds. So we glute bridge, and we lift up. Remember to keep that foot, supporting foot on the floor as you come up. So pressing up, piking up single leg. Now, if you're doing this in conjunction, keep going, with strong sculpt, it also is incorporating some movements that you see as we are going through our week number 3. So this is a great core finisher as well. 15 more seconds. And then get ready, because we're gonna actually run through all those movements yet again with little to no break. First 15-second break right here in 5, 4, 3, 2, break right here, and we're gonna go back to the very top, and we're gonna run these back to back to back. So if you recall, first set, double V up to starfish, every move 45 seconds, and let's go. So nice burnout set here. Reach out, pike up. Now I'll be telling you what's coming next, but you have a full 45 seconds to really focus on the movements that we have built. Opening up nice and wide, piking up nice and tall, taking your time, feeling every single part of your core activate, and reminding yourself that it wraps all the way around. So move in one piece, 15 more seconds. We flip around, we go right into that high plank, block slide. Good work. 6 seconds before you flip. 3, 2, 1, quick switch, quick flip. Go ahead and come up. 45 seconds again, inside, outside. Third set, probably fourth set to be honest, is gonna be even better. Drag out, drag in. You're also utilizing little booty, little adductor. And that's why after this, the stretch is gonna feel so good, so rewarding. Great job. I hope the sweat's starting to build a little bit. It doesn't take long, right? Keep it up, 15 more seconds. And then we're gonna go into our single hip bridge to V up. 5 seconds, you're doing fantastic. And flip with me here, single leg. Lift up, and then lift up to that single V. Switch your legs. Push up, V up. Nice work. Push up, core tight, V up. Try your best not to lift the foot as you're coming up out of the bridge into that V-up. Beautiful work. We're almost there. Good. It also teaches you exactly where you want your foot for the bridge, right? Now drive up. Reach. With the time we have on the clock, we're going to go a little extra, also because this is an alternating one. So give me your best last 15 seconds, and then you did it. Keep going. Lift up. This is a new challenge in a new way. It's less stamina-based. It's more on functional fitness. Okay, break right there for 15 seconds. You did it. Meet me on top. Fantastic job. And that's going to complete our core pyramid finisher. I hope you enjoyed it. We are going to now move into an extended stretch, focusing on the lower body. So you can do this with or without shoes. That is totally up to you. And I do have a bench with me that I'm also going to incorporate for some movements, and that is totally optional. I will be using a block as well for some, but I'm going to go ahead and restart the clock. Give us a little time to intro this. So if you want to take off your shoes, you can go ahead and do that and get set up. If you want to grab a quick sip of water, do that. I also want to mention for that core finisher, mixing that into your routine throughout the week multiple times is totally fine. We can actually train our core multiple days a week. So try to mix that in this week, get better at perfecting those movements, and then we'll be progressing it from there, because you know I always have a plan to keep leveling up. All right, so let's get into our lower body specific stretch. So first, I'm actually going to use the bench, and it's going to be a little bit of an activator. And I'm going to angle it a little bit so you guys can see my side view. But check it out. You're going to take one leg on top of your bench. You're going to place your block underneath your arm. You're going to take your other leg back. So check it out. You're going to come into a calf stretch, and then you're going to come up to a tap. So you're going to come back down. It's a calf stretch. Actually, let's just do a lift off. The step up is a little advanced, and that's also more for strength. So right here, we're going to begin. Each side, we're going to go 45 seconds. So you're going to press down into that calf stretch. Keep your hips square. Press into the block. Now drive straight up. Now what I want you to do is, we're getting that nice stretch through the back of the calf, and then you're driving up, and I want you to activate through the big toe. So we're pressing down, driving up. This is actually a little bit of a sneaky mobility move. You're also going to feel a lot of muscles activate and stand at attention with the hip flexor, the adductor. I hope you start to feel that. Good. Just give me a couple more seconds. We're going to switch legs. Good. All right, go ahead and gently switch. So setup is the same. I gave you a little sneak peek to some stuff coming in the future with the step up. Just drive up today. All right, here we go. So heel down, and now press into the block, drive up. So it's a stretch, activate. If you're barefoot, you also will definitely be able to really drive through that big toe, which is what I would love for you to do. So if barefoot is possible, this is a fantastic one to do. Now, as you have seen in some of our core movements lately with the block, this is giving you a little bit of tension to help you keep your body stable. It's also helping you activate your core. Good. We have about 15 more seconds. Drive up. Awesome job. I love this one. I definitely meant it when I told you guys I had some new stuff for you today. All right, finish your last one. Break right there. Awesome job. Go ahead and just give me some alternating quad stretches. And next, we're going to go into a little adductor stretch on the floor. So we're going to get into a 90-90, and we're going to be kind of going between hip and then coming up into hip flexor. You can go ahead and slide your bench and your block to the side. Meet me on the floor. If you want to have something underneath your knees, if that's going to be easier for you, please do. Otherwise, get into that first pigeon pose position and check it out. You're going to reach forward, so nice pigeon stretch. Then you're going to bring this back leg through, reach overhead. You can definitely support with your hands. Let's begin. We're going to go 1 minute each side. So pigeon, then drive up, swing this leg out, and then hip flexor on the other side. Again, bracing, Coming down nice and long. Coming up, swinging that leg through. Make sure you have a nice wide stance. Reach overhead. You can even get a little hamstring stretch in there if you'd like. But really active stretch right now, 30 more seconds, and then we're gonna switch sides. Reach overhead. Keep your hips square, your abs tight. I actually really like that sneaky little hamstring stretch in there as well. Slide back. New and different. Your body soaks up new moves, and I don't know about you, but it kind of just invigorates mind and body, right? All right, wherever you're at combination-wise, finish your last one, and we're gonna switch to the other side. I'll give you a couple seconds to get in position. So, pigeon pose on the opposite side. Don't be surprised if one side's a little bit more mobile. You're able to move a little bit better, so be kind to yourself. The goal is always to match both sides, but inevitably we have one side that's a little bit easier or harder. Start right here. Reach forward. Swing through. Lift up. Hamstring stretch if you're being sneaky like me as well. Come all the way through. Oh, okay, so this one, my hip today, which is interesting, feels a little tighter, whereas sometimes it tends to be my right hip. But I will say, if you've been working on a certain side, you might go, oh, I'm making progress on that side. Now I gotta go back to the first lead that maybe was always a little bit more mobile and flexible, and now it's not as much. Good. We're almost there. Swing that leg back. Long reach. And then coming up, feeling that amazing hip flexor stretch as you reach overhead. Keep going, team. You got 5 more seconds. Good. And break. Go ahead and come up. Okay, from here, once you take those legs wide, we're going to go into a little bent hamstring and adductor stretch. So bend to extend, one that you know. So come down, shift side to side, and press up. It's going to be a little bit of a flush out, one that you know. Keep your mind a little bit relaxed before we go into our next one. Good. So the next one, we're going to come into a side lying position. Good. Lift up. Few more. Press up. And then now make your way to the floor. Slide one leg conveniently through, the other leg will be on top. And from here, we're actually going to come up into a seated position. So one leg is crossed over, and what I want you to do is take your opposite hand and you're going to reach forward. So this is the stretch first, then you're going to lift up and reach overhead. All right, here we go. So leg is on top, slide forward, then keeping the hips nice and level and square and even with that bottom leg, sweep overhead. Take your time. This is for stretch. So reach forward. If you want to hover in this position a little bit longer, that would be my recommendation. That one is definitely a harder position to be into. And this one's just kind of a nice flush out. Similar to the combination we just did, where you're kind of going with opposing sides, right? Lift up. Beautiful work. Almost there. And switch to your other side. All you do is swing those legs through, come across the top. Little bit of a funky position to get into first. 1 minute on this side, reaching forward, and then sweeping up overhead. Come with me. Reach forward, sweep up. Good. Finding where the limitation is in your body, making adjustments as possible to try to keep the hips nice and stacked. Reach long. If you feel like a pretzel, you're doing it right. Keep it up. Good. And when I said minute, just so you know, it includes that transition time. So as far as movement, you have 10 more seconds. And then we're going to go into pure static for the rest of this session today to really just calm the body down. Great job. Okay, go ahead and come onto your back. We're going to do supine glute stretch, one of my favorite ways to stretch through the hips. So cross one leg over, Bring the other leg up, and now we're gonna hold this. So we're gonna hold some static stretches now, about 20 seconds. This is what you wanna do when you are finished with your workouts. So just holding, breathing, relaxing the body. Good, and then switch legs. Hold on the second side. Quick switch, even when we stretch. Now, I am always looking over at you. I want you to keep your gaze up, your chin tucked, everything nice and square. Pull the abs in, even when you're in a stretching position as well. You want to support your body. Great work. Back to that first lead side. So cross the leg again. Now I want you to drop and twist towards the opposite direction. Now you get a little bit of glute piriformis, little low back, which I typically include some low back into our lower body stretch days because honestly, your low back gets affected by your lower body being tight and vice versa. Go ahead and switch. Switch those legs. Now just drop the foot down. Go towards the opposite direction now. Very nice work. Holding for that 20-second lovely static stretch. And then come back to supine position, first lead side, hamstring stretch. Heel towards the ceiling. Good. If you want to extend this bottom leg out, that's absolutely possible. Just makes it a little bit of a harder stretch. Very nice job. And go ahead and gently switch. So swing those knees in across, extend one up, keep it bent or gently slide out. Now I like to keep my foot flexed. You can also play around with that, and if you keep it movement, you can kind of feel how it changes that stretch through the hamstrings. Just like our quad, we actually have 4 different muscles in that hamstring as well, so you feel all the different parts of the hamstring. Good. Both knees into your chest. Pull up, and then from here, rock up to a seated position. And I'm going to say it because I say it every time, but it goes by so quickly. Hopefully there were some new nuggets of stretches in there that you can incorporate even outside of this session, but tacking this on to any workout as an extended stretch is highly, highly recommended. And of course, I love getting to see you live to do this today. And if you're doing this on replay, what I'm going to do actually, I'm going to give you guys the heads up for the Bod by Bree app for the on-demand library. I'm going to put this into our on-demand library in a couple different ways. So I'm going to layer some music onto it. And then if you guys recall from Epic, because I want you to do some of these stretches over and over again, you might not want to hear the cues every single time. So I'm also going to do a version with just music, no cueing, and it can be more of a visual follow along with some little notifications on when to switch sides. So with that, thank you guys so much for joining me. So excited that I got to see you guys live. Yes, oh Chrissy, I hope you have a fantastic day. I was just thinking about you yesterday going, I hope that I get to see her in a drive-by soon, and today was even better because you got to be here live, so have a fantastic day at work. Kayla, so good to see you, and Dixie, I didn't get to say hi to you as well, and of course, Kristen and Stacy, so grateful I get to see you guys each and every day, and thank you guys for making today so fun. Let's go get after a beautiful day, and I will see you later this week. Make sure you check out, I'm going to be doing a poll today to vote on our 3rd live workout when it works, since it's a holiday week for some. But thank you guys so much for your time today. Go get after it. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.